Weird choice, Sara. Sarah. Is it Sara or is it Sarah? I've just suddenly had that doom feeling that I've been calling her Sara and maybe her name is actually Sarah. Hello mates, I hope you're all doing well. So today I'm going to be reacting to a video by Sara Forsberg about tattoo regret. I'm sure you will recognise Sara, she's been around on YouTube absolutely forever. I've never really watched any of her videos to be totally honest with you, but she is someone that's cropped up on my YouTube recommendations for years and years. A couple of the YouTube pages that I watch regularly have posted their reactions to this recently, which is what made me aware of it, and I figured, hey ho, why not jump on that shit too? So Sara posted this video in December of 2023. From the clips that I have seen of the video, I can see that she has like a patchwork half sleeve of a bunch of different styles of tattoos. They're all kind of mismatched. There's not a huge amount of rhyme or reason to her tattoos. Not that there has to be, each to their own and all that. But it sounds like she regrets not one of her tattoos, not two of them, but bloody all of them. And on that note, let's dive in, shall we? Put my AirPods in so I can hear things.
You know what? I
Dramatic.
regret getting tattoos.
What an intro, what a strong start, straight to the point.
Oh. And the thing is, I have quite a lot of them, you know?
She's got a fucking palm tattoo. You can't be going through the pain of getting a palm tattoo and then regret that shit. Fuck that. Imagine you go through all of that pain just to fucking regret it. Can you even get palm tattoos removed? I have seen a photo of the church on her hand before. It's like a fine line piece and it is aged pretty fucking poorly. Bless her.
It's not an easy thing to say, not something you like to admit to yourself, let alone others, on a public platform like this.
Yeah, after all the years of getting tattooed and all that pain and all the money, I don't think I could admit to myself, let alone anyone else, that I regretted my tattoos. Sara, you are braver than me.
But the thing is, this is where we're at. And, you know, it's not that all my tattoos are ugly. Okay, some of them are, but...
She said it, not me. What has she even got? So she's got the church in her hand, which is upside down, right? What else has she got? She's got some like writing on her wrist and then some flowers with green leaves, but no shading on the actual flower themselves, which is a choice, especially as most of her other tattoos look black work. Got the classic dainty finger tattoos as well.
If I could press a button that would magically erase all of my tattoos, would I press it? Most definitely. But I didn't always think that way.
That is a bold statement, that if she could get rid of all of her tattoos, she would. Whew, I can't even imagine getting to that point and what that must feel like for her. Bless her little heart.
For I used to be young and reckless. Back when the only life philosophy I practiced was YOLO. I remember getting my first one. It was the day of my 18th birthday. And at the time I was listening to this metal band and the singer had a full sleeve up to here and then the whole rest of their body was bare. And I was like, that is exactly what I want to do. I want to look like I kill people for a living. So I got a really cute and dainty cross tattoo.
As you do, when you want to look like you kill people for a living, you get a nice little dainty cross on you. That's step number one when it comes to trying to look like you kill people for a living. Dainty cross tattoo. And
then soon I got another tattoo. And then soon I got another tattoo. And the more I got, the more I wanted. You know, I was unstoppable. Like,
this is something that people always say is you get one and then it just kind of spirals from there. When I got my first tattoo, I don't know if I plan to cover like my whole body. I think that's a conclusion that I've come to the more tattoos that I've got. I don't know if I'm someone who would call tattoos like an addiction, but for sure once you get one, then you want a second one and it spirals from there. We all know that, right?
Herpes on a Lithuanian prostitute.
Well, okay, that is oddly specific. Also, who fucking says that? Like, I get from the clips that I've seen of her like on TikTok and stuff that this is her kind of style of humour, but who fucking says that on like a random YouTube video, just chucks that in, just fucking Lithuanian prostitute. Weird choice, Sara. Sarah, is it Sara or is it Sarah? I've just suddenly had that doom feeling that I've been calling her Sara and maybe her name is actually Sarah. Oh well, we're down the rabbit hole now.
And you know, soon I was running out of ideas of what I wanted to tattoo on myself. But did I let that stop me? No, I would not. I would get on Pinterest, of course, the night before the appointment and just pick something. And also...
Don't do that. For sure that is going to lead to you regretting all of your tattoos if you're going on Pinterest the night before and just picking some random piece of shit tattoo and just going, Yeah, that'll do. Nail that on me, please. Pinterest is not the holy Bible when it comes to tattoo ideas, kids, okay? Find a tattoo artist that you like, look at their flash, look at their previous work, get your inspiration from there. Don't be going on Pinterest and getting tattoo ideas. Just my opinion. I can feel people hitting the dislike button already after hearing that. Sorry, Pinterest lovers.
Being a young person wanting to save money doing this, I found a local teenager to tattoo me in exchange for IG shoutouts.
I feel like this doesn't even need to be said out loud, but don't be getting tattooed by some local teenager. For sure, that's not going to end well for anybody.
Like, sometimes I wish I would have rather spontaneously robbed a bank or something on the way to those appointments, just so I would have missed them. I want to emphasize, though, that I am not trying to shit on any of the artists whatsoever. Everyone who's worked on me have been, like, great people, fun, talented, all that. But my regret comes more from a place of, like, making the decision to get tattooed in the first place. You know, making such permanent decisions in such a temporary state of mind, you know?
Ooh, fucking hell. Deep. I can't imagine ever getting to that point where I just regret getting tattooed at all. Like, she has gone through some serious shit to get to this point. I hope you make peace with this shit, Sarah. Whichever one you are, sorry. I should really have done my research before I filmed this video, shouldn't I?
And when I say temporary, I'm thinking, you know, thinking about who I was surrounded by at the time. My then manager, band members, label people, most of them heavily tattooed men in their 40s. And I wanted to feel a part of the group, you know? I was easily influenced. I had just gotten a record deal. I thought, you know, I got this deal. I'm gonna be a rock star forever. Never gonna have to worry about employment again, you know? And then I got dropped a year later.
Oh, life has not been kind to you there, Sarah. I'm sorry to hear that, mate. This is also the first that I'm hearing that she does music as well. How do you do your research before you film these videos?
I guess I'm still proud of myself for doing what I wanted to do at the time and expressing myself accordingly, but TBH, and this is gonna be kind of a hot take, I think the age limit to getting tattoos should be 25.
Fucking bold statement. I don't know if I disagree with her though, like, a lot of the tattoo ideas that I had, especially between like 18 and 21, were absolutely terrible and has led to me having some tattoo regret. 25, did I regret any of the tattoos that I got at 25? Did I get any tattoos at 25? No. Yeah, I had a 3-year gap from when I was like 23 to 26. I didn't get any tattoos in that point, so I didn't regret any of those tattoos because I didn't get any. I do get where she's coming from because obviously it's a super permanent decision to get a tattoo and you should be, you know, old enough, wise enough to be making decisions about permanent things that you're putting on your body. I don't know if I necessarily agree that it should be 25. Possibly it should be older than 18. I don't know, because it's also kind of a rite of passage to get a tattoo when you're 18, you know, like for your 18th birthday, for it to be really crap and then you get it covered up later on, you know. That is something that I feel like most tattoo collectors go through, and it's kind of an important part of the ritual, you know. Maybe you should only be allowed to get one tattoo when you're 18 and then you have to wait to get the rest until you're like 21. I don't know.
Like, how are you gonna make permanent decisions when your prefrontal cortex hasn't even fully developed? I think it's a little weird, you know? Why is there free will? Why are we left to our own devices? I need a dictator.
Why have we got free will? This is an awfully big question to be asking in a video about tattoo regrets, Sarah.
What I think happened is, through the years, I just simply outgrew the look, you know? How I want to present myself, how I feel on the inside, has no longer matched with what I got going on here, and it's pretty unfortunate, because I mean, I find myself hiding my hand and arm in pictures, and sometimes when I walk around in public, you know, I keep my hands in my pockets, and like if I go see my grandma, you know, she's a Second World War veteran, she's 98, she's literally older than sliced bread, so you get an idea of how like opinionated and unfiltered her commentary is.
Oh, bless her, to be like hiding her hand and her arm and having to deal with her Grammy and her unfiltered judgment of her life choices.
So she always makes a point to tell me how hideous my tattoos are, and you know, that's fine. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, why would you ever care what someone else thinks about you? But the thing is,
because we're human beings, of course we care what other people think about us. I would say I haven't got any of my tattoos for anyone else. They are for me to look in the mirror and go, that's fucking cool. But at the same time, especially as a tattoo person, you constantly hear you will regret your tattoos when you're older. And for her to have gotten to that point where she does regret her tattoos now that she's older, now that she's had a bit more life experience, and not just she regrets a tattoo, not she regrets 2 tattoos or whatever, she regrets all of her tattoos. Dear God, I hope that I never get to this point. I don't know what I'd talk about on YouTube if I started hating tattoos.
my brother in Christ, we're human. It's literally hammered in our DNA. We are
She stole my point.
Species, you know? This is a choice that I made. No one forced me to get tattooed, you know? There's no version of me in this world, in existence, that did not end up getting tattooed. So why not just rock it, you know?
I guess that's all you can do is try and make peace with it. Like, obviously it sucks that you've gotten to that point, but I guess it is just kind of learning to accept it, because with so much coverage and with her palm tattoo, I don't even know if it'd be possible to remove all the tattoos, and if it is, for sure it's going to take loads and loads of laser sessions. You're talking like a years-long commitment. So I guess the best thing for her probably is to just make peace with it as best she can. Oof.
So what if instead of having clean girl aesthetic, I have peeing girl aesthetic? So what if instead of old money vibes, I have stole money vibes? Like, so what if this is supposed to be a jacket, but everyone thinks I'm holding a giant rotisserie chicken? This stick and poke one too.
That one holding the rotisserie chicken is also upside down, which doesn't help matters.
I mean, I got this tattoo because my tattoo artist asked if I wanted it, and I didn't want to hurt his feelings, so I said yes.
Obviously, don't ever do that. If you don't like something, don't get it tattooed on you.
Geometric lion cub tattoo that's giving very much 2015 Pinterest, and that is because it is exactly off of 2015's Pinterest. And then my hand tat. It's my most visible tattoo, and it's also the one that has aged the worst.
Yeah, don't get a fine line tattoo on your hand. It also looks like it was pretty poorly done. Like, it looks like the whole thing's just blown out. Plus it's upside down.
My hand tat, that's supposed to be a beautiful dot work, super detailed Gothic church, went from this to this.
Oh, doggy, that's aged badly, hasn't it? It doesn't look too bad in the original photo. Like, obviously there is some blowout going on. There's some, you know, shaky lines. But I mean, the healed photo really looks nothing like the fresh one. It's also falling out quite a bit, which maybe for her is a good thing, because maybe eventually it will all fall out and she'll have a normal hand again. I don't think that's how it works, but here's the hoping.
In 1 year, I went to a super reputable artist, great guy, amazingly talented, love him to tears. But I just wish he would have been maybe a little more realistic with me about how something like this can heal on the hand. And I mean, in a metal way, it's cool, you know, it looks okay.
Yeah, for sure, I've seen worse tattoos on people's hands. It's just a shame how badly it's aged. In 1 year as well, only 1 year. God knows what it'll look like in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years.
Okay is not how I'd want to feel about my most visible tattoo. I started looking into tattoo removal about a year ago, and I've had a couple sessions done on some of my smaller tattoos to see how my skin and the ink responds to it. And a part of me would want to remove at least this here. But I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm ready for that dirty looking transitional period that would last at least a couple of years before the ink is finally gone, if it fully ever disappears. B, it hurts like hell, obviously, and C, it is so expensive. So, hey, if you want to sponsor me, if you're a tattoo removal clinic, or if you're just like a loaded viewer who thinks I'd be way hotter without tattoos, hit me up. Another direction I've thought of
Nothing wrong with shooting your shot, Sarah, is there?
taking is just finishing up the sleeve, you know? It only goes up to here, and I never finished what I started, which was to get a full sleeve. And I thought maybe the reason I don't like my tattoos is because it isn't finished.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that if I were you. If you're already feeling like you regret them, I definitely wouldn't add more to them. Unless you've learned from your mistakes and you're going to go to some really good artists, get some really cool work done on the upper arm, which maybe will distract from what's going on the lower arm. I probably would get more done though if you're feeling like you regret your tattoos, you know?
I don't know, it just doesn't feel right to book more appointments when I'm already thinking of getting rid of the whole thing. But at the end of the day, luckily, this is not something that consumes my daily mind. I don't think about it all the time. I don't like to focus too much on superficial things, you know. This is only the shell of who we really are, and that's on the inside. And the fact is that looks fade, and character is what stays. Except if you get like Alzheimer's.
I was just going to say that she's making a really good point, and then she just dropped that in the end.
I feel I have found solace in the fact that there are beautiful stories behind my tattoos. So many memories. A lot of my life story is documented on my skin, and I find beauty in that. Regardless, I think this whole process has been a great learning experience about things having consequences. You make decisions and you live with the decisions made. But anyway.
Again, another really great point. We all live and we all learn. It's a shame that she's had to kind of go through this regret to come to this conclusion, but at least she's learned from it, and hopefully other people will learn from it too from watching this video.
I'm really interested to hear what thoughts you have on this. So please leave a comment. The comment section is open. And also, if you could possibly, please like this video so that, you know, thinking about future uploads, that I know that there's demand for videos. So yeah, I'll catch you on the flip side.
So that is it. That is my reaction to Sara Forsberg's I Regret Getting Tattoos video. Let me know your thoughts on this too in the comments below. If you did enjoy this video, give it a like and hit the subscribe button and all that other YouTube bollocks. If you like the music that you're hearing in the background, it was actually all produced by me. I have another channel where I post beats/instrumentals that I've written for singers to use to write songs to, so if that is something you are interested in, I'll put a link in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.